Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Here we go. If we look at the hourly time frame for Ripple, the price went up only slightly with around 0.4% in the last 24 hours, with a current price of 21.8 cents. Looking at the hourly simple moving averages, the price crossed the 20 SMA upwards decisively with higher than average volume, which is a strong signal. At the moment, the price is between the 20 and the 50 SMA. If the price bounces off the 20 SMA, which is currently at 21.8 cents, it could be seen as a support, and the 50 SMA that is at 21.9 cents could be perceived as a resistance to the upside. If there were to be a break either way, it means that there could be a continuous move in that direction. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it decisively to the upside will signal a potential big move up. When we now look at the current hourly exponential moving averages, the current price is in the hourly ribbon, so it is to see if the price can break the resistance currently at around 21.9 cents. Nevertheless, a trend change can be expected owing to the ribbon being compressed, which means that the trend is currently not very strong. Usually, when the price moves to the side, the ribbon is less reliable. If we now search for divergence in the hourly time frame, at this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. Looking at the hourly stochastic RSI, there are no signs of the stochastic RSI being oversold or overbought at this time, but the %K line is below the %D line, which means the current trend is on the downside. Jumping to the simple moving average, or short SMA, we get it by adding the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of candles. We usually calculate the different SMAs by taking the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles. It is possible to determine if there is an upward or downward trend by using the SMA lines. They can also show the resistance or the support levels. By crossing one of them, it could signify a trend in the corresponding direction. Looking at the 3-hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is below all of the simple moving averages, which looks bearish, and you should keep an eye on the closest SMA. The 20 SMA will play as resistance, or the price will peak above the current price, which is around 21.9 cents. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it decisively to the upside will signal a potential big move up. Moving to the 3-hourly exponential moving averages, the price at the moment is situated below the 3-hourly ribbon, which is habitually bearish, and the ribbon can act as a resistance, so you should keep an eye on if the price will break it or bounce of it. The current price to watch is around 22.1 cents. Nevertheless, a trend change can be expected owing to the ribbon being compressed, which means that the trend is currently not very strong. Usually, when the price moves to the side, the ribbon is less reliable. Next, looking at the divergences, there are two types of divergences: bearish or negative divergence and a bullish or positive divergence. Bearish divergence is when the price is making a higher high while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high. This shows that the buyers are exhausted and a trend change could be expected soon. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, showing that the sellers are exhausted. Looking for divergence in the 3-hourly time frame, at this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. When we now look at the current 3-hourly stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but we can see that the trend is currently going down because the K line is below the D line. Looking at the daily simple moving averages, the current price is below all simple moving averages for this time interval, which looks bearish, and it is to watch if the closest SMA, the 20 SMA, will play as resistance, or the price will break it to the upside above the current price of around 22.3 cents. Moving to the exponential moving average, or short EMA, it is calculated in a similar way as how the simple moving average is being calculated, but places more importance on the most recent data points. A faster trend change could be signaled as the EMA moves quicker in the current direction of the price. In order to show the trend more accurately, the ribbon we are showing is made up of 8 different EMAs. Looking at the daily exponential moving averages, the current price is below the daily ribbon, which is generally bearish, and the ribbon could play as a resistance, so it is to watch if the price will bounce off it or break it. The current price to watch is around 24.6 cents. The ribbon is relatively spread out, so the resistance should be considered. If we now search for divergence in the daily time frame, at this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. Looking at the daily stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions. Generally, the bigger time frames have a bigger impact on the price, so please keep that in mind when we show different time frames showing contrasting indicators. Also, the shorter time frames are only representative for the short-term trading. Thanks for watching, and keep in mind that you should make your own investment decisions, as cryptocurrency trading is very risky, and these daily videos are only an overview of trends and are a purely technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. See you next time.